Okay, next tutorial. Today's makeup is, let's be honest, a lot of fun. I'm actually meant to be dressed up as salad fingers. If you haven't heard of salad fingers, give it a Google. You'll be pleasantly surprised and or scared. It's awesome. I've actually been a fan of David First's works for the longest time, and I've wanted to do this makeup since I started my YouTube channel, but I just never felt like I could do it justice. But today I just thought, sod it, I'll give it a go. I went for a more literal, like comic booky approach, like a direct from the animation kind of makeup, so I hope this is okay. So yeah, if you'd like to learn how to do this makeup for yourself, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so the first step, what's that, Hubert Cumberdale? We should pop on a bald cap. Good idea. What? For this makeup, it is quite important to pop on the bald cap because for if nothing else other than covering your hair, you're going to want to cover your ears as well, just because that silhouette is very clean and smooth and there's just nothing else there. So to save a bit of time up in this video, as always, I'm going to pop a link on the screen up there that takes you to a tutorial that I did in the past that teaches you how to pop on a bald cap. And I'll also be blocking out my eyebrows as well, so there'll be a separate link up there as well that takes you to that tutorial. So I'm going to go block out my eyebrows, pop on my bald cap, and we'll go from there. Okie dokie, so after I applied my bald cap, I went around the edge of it with about 3 more layers of liquid latex just to really blend off that edge. So then we can start working on the mouth detail. So I'm going to be going for quite a large, really cartoony grin for this look, because I really want to showcase the teeth. Like I want to draw them quite high up and quite spaced apart and make some of them jagged, and I just think it's going to look really gross and fun. So to do that, I'm going to start by tracing on the outside of the mouth, and I'm going to be using a Kryolan Faceliner pencil in black to do that. It doesn't really matter too much which makeup pencil you use, as long as it leaves a mark, obviously, and it's easy to wipe away if you make a mistake. So just go nice and slow and make it as symmetrical as you can. Okay, so next we can start drawing on the gum lines. So I'm going to be drawing on 2 oval shapes about 1 centimetre, maybe 2 centimetres thick on the top and bottom. So they're going to start roughly about here, all the way across and end here, and the same for on the top. We're going to go across and then up. So then we can do the fun part, which is drawing on the teeth. So they're going to be quite spaced apart. Each one of them are going to be slightly different. Some of them are going to be jagged, some of them are going to be sharp. There shouldn't be too many, I think. From what I can gather, he doesn't seem to have more than 10 teeth on the top and bottom, but we'll see how spacing goes. So just go nice and slowly and try not to make anything too uniform. Okie dokie, so then we can start colouring in the inside of the fake mouth area. So I'm going to be taking a Cameleon black face paint for this, and I'm going to colour around the teeth and the gum line. Then I can take a white face paint, again by Cameleon, and I can colour in the teeth. I can then take a red Cameleon face paint and colour in the gum line. Okie dokie, so then just to make things a little bit more three-dimensional, I'm going to take a really sharp small angle brush and some more of the white Cameleon face paint, and I'm just going to do a few lines going around each tooth on the gum line just to act as a glisten. So there we go, isn't that pretty? So then we can start drawing on the eye shapes. So they're going to be quite big, but I'm going to be using the same Kryolan Faceliner pencil that I used before. I'm going to map out the rough shape that I want and then draw an inside circle because he's got quite large bags around the eyes, if you're going to call them that. Okay, so it's super rough for now, but don't worry about that too much. This is just mainly to get the shape that we want. So then I'm going to take the same black face paint that I used for the mouth area, and I'm going to colour in the outside of these fake eyes. Then before I neaten everything up, I'm going to take the white face paint again, and I'm going to colour in the inside circle. Okie dokie, so again, don't worry about it being neat for now, because next I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. This one is by Sugar Pill in Bulletproof, and I'm going to apply that going around the edge of the black and blend it slightly towards the centre, just to make the eyes look a little bit more rustic and three-dimensional. So yeah, I just really like the effect it gives. So then onto the really fun part, which is going to be colouring in my entire head green. So the green that I'm going to be using is by Superstar Face Paints and is their 142 colour. It's just a really, really bright green. And I'm going to use that to colour in my face, my ball cap and my neck. There we go, nice and green. So then, just to fill up some of this blank area and to make everything look a little bit more cartoony and illustrated, I'm going to take my sharp angle brush and the black face paint again, and I'm going to start drawing on around the eyes and the mouth and maybe around the face, because the character itself does have these kind of long lines that trail off into little dots and dashes. It's all very pop art. There's no real pattern with the dots and the dashes, it's up to you where you do them really. I'm just going to use them to highlight the eyes and the mouth and maybe define the edge of the face. Okay, so kind of comic book style. So then I'm going to do exactly the same again with the white watercolour that I did with the lips. Just to add a glisten, I'm going to add it every now and again just on each of these lines. So there we go. So the final step is completely optional, but that's to apply some fake eyes. Now, when I say apply, I mean literally apply, because eyes. So the reason I say this is optional is because you could, of course, either paint the eyelids on or you could put contact lenses in. I am going for a more cartoony approach, seeing as the whole makeup is very illustrated looking, and that was to design and print 2 cartoony looking eyes. Now, there's an upside to this other than it looking very pop arty, and that's that we can move them around the face if you wanted to, so you could change which direction he's looking in. It's all very fun. Plus, it's fun to try new things now and again. If you wanted to move these around throughout the night wearing this makeup, you could use something like double-sided tape. But because just for the purpose of this makeup, I'm going to put them in one position, I'm going to stick them down with some Sprit Gum. So there we are. Nice and cartoony. So then, all that's left for me to do is pop on a costume and we'll see what everything looks like. And there we go. That's my look. Officially complete. So for once, the costume is relatively simple for this makeup. It's just a green t-shirt. Yeah, however, there is an extra you can add on if you wanted to, and that is salad fingers. Yay! So, I realised these are quite crude. I made them very quickly last night, but I didn't want to do the makeup without some salad fingers, so I very quickly made some, I guess you call them salad fingers, just really long pointy green fingers that are actually made out of cardboard, latex and tissue. And I coloured them with a green alcohol palette, like different shades of greens and yellows and some black on the knuckles. I don't know, it's all very silly. I think they kind of work. I need to stop doing that, that looks creepy as fluff. What am I doing? There is, of course, one other extra you can include, and that's Salad Fingers Puppet Pals. So say hello to Hubert Cumberdale. I love it. But you can't just have Hubert Cumberdale, can you? You also have to have Marjorie Stewart Baxter. Oh my god. And of course, not forgetting Jeremy Fisher. I love them! Why do I love them so much? This is absurd, and I love it. Oh, I almost forgot. We can't possibly forget our rusty spoons. It's so hard to explain Salad Fingers to someone who hasn't seen it, but rusty spoons are relatively vital. What? I didn't actually have any rusty spoons lying around because why would I? So I just spray painted some regular ones with red and black hairspray because resourceful. Oh my goodness, what? There you go, yay. But yeah, so that's my Salad Fingers makeup tutorial. I've wanted to do this makeup for so long, so I hope I did it justice. I did very nearly go down the route of blocking out my nose, like with tissue and latex, but I thought it might change the face shape too much, and I decided to go down this cartoony route instead. I think it's a lot more fun. And yeah, so thanks everyone so much for watching this tutorial. If you did like it, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye fluffies!